Hey, Cooter. Joe, check this out. There's Anywhere But Here, man, on this here podcast.
Oh, I like me some podcasts, man.
What y'all talking about?
We're talking about Anywhere But Here.
What's Anywhere But Here? Anywhere But Here in Mississippi?
No, man, Anywhere But Here over in England.
Hey, we ain't in England.
I know, but that's where the England's from.
What?
Hey, Cletus, remember when we went and saw that movie about the Wars in the Stars and they had like lightsabers and stuff like that? Well, these people here talk about things we like.
Really?
I guarantee.
Well, hot diggity damn. What we waiting for?
Anywhere But Here podcast.
Hello and welcome back to Anywhere But Here, episode 93. I am Tom.
And I'm Ant.
And you can find us at abhpod.com, where, again, it's coming up to Christmas. Do your Christmas shopping at our site. Go up to the right-hand corner, click on the Amazon banner up there. Yep. Go to Amazon, do all your Christmas shopping, and we get 5% of what you spend. Yeah,
it is
what you spend.
Yeah, and it doesn't change the shopping experience or anything. It's still Amazon. It's just, you know, they get a little thing to tell them where you came from, and credit us for that sale. Or if you're there and you don't want to do any shopping at Amazon, but you do want a present for yourself or for that podcast lover in your life, you can click on the t-shirt images that are on the front page and buy yourself an Anywhere But Here t-shirt.
It's
like a roundabout design,
it's got a cool little roundabout symbol on there.
Yeah, we need to sell 10 minimum to get them printed. We've done 7 so far, which I'm really quite happy with after a week, 2 weeks.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. I've occasionally flicked back to the Fab Release site.
Yeah, just to check it out.
Had a look. Yeah, we only need to sell 3 more in the next 2 weeks.
So I suppose if 2 people take on the role of Robbie Palanco and buy yourself one of each colour.
This is true. That's it.
We're done. We've sold one more than we need to, and that's just amazing. I saw that and I was just like, oh, what?
Yeah, Robbie has gone above and beyond yet again,
as always,
hasn't he? And bought one of each, a black one and a red one.
Yeah.
And didn't that inspired a tweet from Nerd Church, didn't it?
Yeah.
What's black and red and loved all over?
Yeah, Robbie Palanco. And I said, what was it I said on there? I put, maybe we should have offered more colours.
Being the cynicists that we are.
Yeah,
but
I didn't expect that at all.
Thank you for the I guess 4 people who have bought.
Yeah, I brought 1, you brought 1. Yeah. Robbie's brought 2. Then we've sold 3.
Yeah.
Others.
That's what I mean. 4 other people than us.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah,
one was.
Sorry, well done. I thought you meant 4 others than. Yeah.
No.
So one was Paul down in Cornwall.
Yes, we're not allowed to call him
that name anymore
because he's bought a shirt. So yeah, Paul from Cornwall.
Yeah, Paul from Cornwall. And 2 other randomers. One I think was another United Statesian.
Yeah. Bought a black one.
3 in the US now, I believe. And I don't know. We're trying to keep track, and you know, that's 7 people we've got to keep track of.
Yeah.
It's confusing.
It's too much, isn't it? So thank you very much for buying the shirts, but we do need 3 more sales in the next 2 weeks. So please, because otherwise no one gets a t-shirt.
And that's not good.
And as Robbie wants 2.
Yeah.
So
it's that whole thing. It's like those people, the people who've done it. And I don't know if I was kind of hoping they would, but I wasn't expecting it. It makes me just want to go and buy those last 3. Well, that's just so they get their t-shirts.
If it comes to 9 and there's 1 day left, I might have to buy another one just so that everyone gets theirs.
Or maybe we should both buy ourselves a black one as well. So then, perhaps we can contact each other and then want to go, which one are you wearing today? I don't want to be wearing the same colour as you.
It would be an awful fashion faux pas, wouldn't it?
You can't be doing that on the YouTube videos, wearing the same t-shirt.
No, shocking.
So that's our website covered.
You can also find us at Twitter at ABHPod, where we are constantly interacting with people.
Yes.
Lots of interaction this week.
Yeah, loads actually. Actually, to be fair, we're in the setup. We didn't actually check our Facebook page to see if there was any interaction.
No.
Which is at facebook.com/ABHpod.
It is indeed.
Where you will see the posts for pictures and the t-shirt post I put out every so often, and stories that we've shared with people. Yeah. And you can contact us there as well. Well,
on Facebook this week, Megan, she's quite a constant contributor.
Oh yeah.
She watched us playing the PT trailer.
Yes.
the PT game, and she only managed 15 minutes.
Yeah, which
is it's a fair slog. We appreciate it, but skip to the end.
Yeah, just skip to those last 30 seconds or whatever. It's it is well worth the slog, like we say. Yeah, so that was the surprise video that went up on Friday, which was a special Halloween one. We played a horror game and captured it, and I think it went quite well.
Yeah, I think so.
It doesn't look too bad at all, and it's just good fun. It's really good fun, and maybe, I don't know, we can try and do something else in the future. Like I'll get a second controller for the PS4 and we can play a really frustrating game together or something.
True, yeah. Or maybe
those extra things.
Maybe we'll get round to completing Portal 2.
Yeah, do co-op in Portal 2.
We did actually have some correspondence on Facebook from Mr. Cork of this parish.
After the...
Off the back of the Dream Jobs
Yes, which
episode.
hasn't gone up yet.
Oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, good point. All right.
That's going to be difficult.
Oh, okay.
But we did have, so Corky and our friend Ali both posted after that, which, I mean, you can go to our Facebook page and you can see it.
Yeah.
Anyway.
We won't comment it.
But we'll comment because they didn't get included in the episode that you haven't heard yet. We are now commenting about it.
Okay.
It's fine.
Ian from Ridgecast said that Benedict Cumberbatch is a solid choice, if not maybe a little too safe to play Doctor Strange. Isn't it? Yeah.
He can do anything.
He
doesn't necessarily... The thing with Benedict Cumberbatch, I don't think he needs to look like people expect, because he is that good an actor.
Yeah.
He could take on that role. And like we say, I've never read any Doctor Strange, so I don't know what kind of character he is. But people seem to like the idea. Now, is that just the Cumberbitches?
Who knows?
Is that just because people love him? I don't know.
And quite possibly. Oh, hold on, there's only a bit here now. I've got to get back.
So Facebook's another avenue. The last avenue, I suppose you can contact us, is our email, which is abhpod@gmail.com, if you want to send us a story and just let us know if you want us to give out your name or not.
Indeed. What else? Or you can watch us on the YouTube channel. You can watch us flicking through things, actually doing show preparation while the intro's going. At youtube.com/abhpodcast.
Yes, and those videos are also shared at abhpod.com anyway, which you can watch them on there. You'll find the PT video there as well.
Yes, indeed. So it's all
ABH
there.
Plays. I thought that sounded nice.
Yeah.
ABH Plays.
Yeah, no, that was good. I like that little touch.
Yeah.
But yeah, so we've had, like I say, lots of people getting involved. Obviously, I think we put out the fact that Robbie enjoyed episode 57 of the Nerd Church.
Yes,
did we mention that last week?
Yeah, we did. We put out that Rob, we done our job as PR company for Nerd Church. Which, by the way, go and listen to their latest episode, and you can hear a grown man scream, which is fun.
Indeed,
around the 53-minute mark.
Not that you've bookmarked it.
No, but that was great fun. It made me laugh.
The second spider on a podcast scare that I've heard in the last few months.
Yeah.
Following Ridgecasts.
Yes, they had a spider, didn't they?
Spider scare, which I think was just on the very beginning, opening part of one of their episodes, I believe. It was a while back.
However, I think they done something different. On the Ridgecast one, if I remember rightly, didn't they just instantly kill it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is what I'd have to do.
Which is slightly different to the Nerd Church one. They let it live.
Yeah.
Having this grown man who's terrified of spiders sitting there.
Yeah.
Because it makes for
it has to die. Yeah. But Nerd Church got in contact with us as well for last week, because we talked about the little twins with the death pact.
Oh God, yeah. Oh yes.
And apparently we are to make a death pact. If Ant goes first, I have to start watching Doctor Who.
Yep.
And if I go first, you have to go to uni.
What makes them think I didn't go to uni? I didn't at all.
I don't know.
Yeah, I'd love to go to uni. If that was like my government sort of... If that was my... What's the word? What's the word when you just get a free place?
Grant?
Scholarship. If that would get me a scholarship if you die. Sort of Idle Hands style. Have you seen Idle Hands? No, Dead Man on Campus, sorry.
Oh.
Dead Man on Campus.
I've seen Idle Hands, I haven't seen...
If your roommate dies, you get an instant pass in the college course.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
oh, okay.
Apparently.
Righto.
In Dead Man on Campus. Watch Dead Man on Campus.
Okay.
It's great film.
All
really
right.
funny. So yeah, you have to watch Doctor Who, which you should start doing anyway. I think I watched last night's this morning, which is the first part of the finale. Next week is the final episode of this season.
That seems really quick.
And then they have the Christmas special, don't they, later in the... It's been quite a fair few episodes. That's the thing. Yeah, it has been quite a long time. But yeah, it's it's gotten a lot better in the last sort of 3 or 4 episodes. A lot better.
Righto.
So
maybe
skip the
who
first
knows?
8 or so.
Yeah,
You'll be
yeah.
right.
Just watch the most recent one then.
Yeah.
Okay. Watch the final episode. It'll be great.
First part of the finale.
Awesome.
Oh, actually, as it's been Halloween weekend as well, I made Chloe, or didn't make them. I asked if they wanted to watch a creepy Doctor Who episode.
Okay.
So we watched Blink last night,
Right.
which is the one with the weeping angels.
Yeah.
And Chloe was a bit creeped out by the angels, and then when you got the scary faced angel, she was not happy.
She wasn't impressed.
She was not happy. Bright red face on the verge of tears, but she stuck it out actually.
Well done.
And she really enjoyed it, and Liz kind of enjoyed it, although she is at pains to admit it. It pains her to admit it.
Yeah. I get that.
Okay, it's good, wasn't it? She went, yes, it was all right.
It was fine.
Yes, it was all right. Yeah, you put your phone down to watch it. That means it was good.
Yeah, that's always a sign of something being actually gripping. Speaking of stuff that sucks until the end, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yes.
The second episode.
I didn't watch.
Did you not?
No.
Oh, okay
Sorry.
then. Right, good.
I did realise as I was looking at your Twitter feed and I saw Dave and I was like, I didn't watch it. Was it
Dave was
as
talking
good?
about it. Yeah.
It is good.
Yeah, it's strong. It is strong.
Shit.
It's
I guess I know
really
what I'm
strong.
watching when I go home.
He also commented on Doctor Strange, not really into Marvel, but if anyone could pull it off, it's Cumberbatch.
Yeah.
People just love Benedict Cumberbatch.
Yeah, it's difficult. He is that good, I suppose.
I mean, Hannah as well, Princess Hanny X on Twitter. I suppose I can sit through him in another film with his dashing looks and sexy body and alluring voice. It's a tough life.
He does have a good voice. Dashing
He
looks.
does. I think
Kind
he's
of rubber-faced.
Yeah. And apparently sexy body.
I
Don't.
don't
Maybe.
know.
I don't know. I suppose if you watch the Ice Bucket Challenge video a few times, you might.
Yeah, see his nice clingy t-shirt or something.
He was in the shower, wasn't he?
Oh no, he was. Yeah. And then he was on his motorbike.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
he did
going in his
everywhere.
car.
He was everywhere.
That disappeared, didn't it?
The Ice Bucket Challenge. Yeah. We got in there
After about 2
we
weeks.
got in there.
Yeah,
Just on time.
we were cresting the wave.
Yeah, we got a few views on YouTube for it.
Yeah. Robbie Polanco was impressed with the stories that we were told last episode, the spooky stories. He was like, we're on a roll. Intense stories. Yeah,
It was kind of creepy.
It was a bit creepy. It wasn't all out kind of scary.
No, it wasn't sort of meant to scare. It's just these are creepy stories. Make of them what you will.
Indeed. Yeah, he also heard something strange at the 1 hour 5 minute mark.
Yeah, have you seen the conversation of that?
Yeah, I have. Yeah, it was something you said, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was when we were talking about Lost.
Yeah.
And I said it was all a dream, but it wasn't a dream, was it? It was, I don't know.
It was.
They
They were stuck in limbo basically.
Yeah, they were dead.
Yeah.
It was all a figment of their semi-conscious imaginations.
Indeed.
I don't know. I honestly don't know. I never watched it. It never interested me. So, yeah.
I think that's roughly it, really.
Yeah, Joe's been strong sending us stories.
Yep, which we're going to get to some of the listener interactions, like some of the stuff that we've been sent over the last, month, really, because we haven't really got round to it, have we? We've had kind of themed episodes, and it's just been a bit, it's been a bit hectic. We were supposed to have a guest today.
Which would have worked with the Halloween theme. It's the guest we were kind of hoping we could have last week. We were supposed to have it today. It just didn't work out.
No.
Things don't always work out, do they?
Maybe next week. Who knows? We'll just have to see, won't we?
We'll see how it goes. Yeah.
I can't find the bit that I was trying to find, but go for it.
Yeah, well, we did have. Oh, actually, have you been doing anything recently worth noting? Sort of reading anything, watching anything, film wise?
I got Godzilla on Blu-ray the other day.
Did you watch it again?
That was fun. Yeah.
How did you feel about it in the cinema? You were a bit.
It was okay. I enjoyed it. I think it worked better on the big screen, if I'm honest. It was really dark.
Really?
Yeah, it was darker than I remembered it being, like in actual light.
Could be settings on TV. There's all
I had to whack the brightness up really, really high to see some of the more kind of night-based bits that I could see quite clearly in the cinema.
Right.
Which was a bit annoying, really, because there was a lot of detail that you missed. It kind of took me out of it where I had to change
Well, I
the
suppose if
settings
you're
on my
trying to
TV.
watch it and then you can't see it, so you have to,
Yeah.
But is it still, you still enjoyed it, even though
Yeah, it's fine.
it's not as impressive?
Yeah.
Maybe it's the sound as well.
I think
it's the
so.
sort of film where you need the cinema sound.
Yeah. So it's one of the first times I've bought a DVD and not been overly impressed with it.
Right.
After seeing it at the cinema.
Interesting.
So there are certain, but I've always said that there are certain films that need to be seen at the cinema.
Oh, of course. I think Gravity's one which I've not gone out of my way to watch it.
Yeah,
and
precisely.
I think my dad said he watched it at home and he said he liked it. And he said he could see that it would be better in the cinema.
Yeah.
Of course. But he said he still quite liked it.
I wish I'd got round to it, really.
It's promising. Oh, speaking of which, Machete Kills is on Netflix now.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, I spotted
but
that
the first one
night.
isn't.
It was. I think I watched it on Netflix, but Machete Kills is on there now, and I
it's
was
on my
scrolling
watch
through it trying to
list.
find something to watch. I went, oh, and this one, I guess we're watching that tonight. I was like, no, we don't have to.
No, I get that as well.
Yeah.
Let's go through the
I got
watch
so
list.
excited.
Then there's stuff like, The Jerk or Three Amigos, and I'm like, I could do with a laugh, and Joe's like, oh, go on then.
Not in the mood for comedy, but when someone's not as enthusiastic, it really kind of puts a dampener on it.
And that was another thing as well. Joe really wasn't into Godzilla, so I think I need to watch it on my own. To really get a sense of whether I would have enjoyed it as well. Yeah. I've got a week off in 2 weeks,
Good stuff.
That'll happen.
Yeah, I've been at work a lot again, but I've got the 4th book in the new Avengers, the Brian Michael Bendis. The new Avengers, which started in 2006, which actually interestingly starts. It's the series that starts after Avengers Disassemble, which you told me about last week.
Yeah.
And the next book I've got to get is the Civil War. New Avengers, but I've read The Collective, and it's probably one of the best books I read.
Really?
I received
Brian Michael Bendis is supposed to be really good.
This run is just so good. I think a lot of people say like the first volume, which is Breakout, was good. It was really good. It was a strong opener. The second one, which is the Sentry, I can't remember what it's called, but it's got the Sentry. It introduces the Sentry. Not as good. And then the last two have just been fantastic. The Collective, I read like just one sitting, just sat and read it, and I was just like, that was so good. And it's one of those things that makes you go, oh, because have you heard of the House of M?
Yes.
Which is the Scarlet Witch. Takes everyone's powers.
Everyone's
or kills
powers away.
Millions of mutants.
Yeah.
So this is the House of M is volume 3,
right?
I believe. Volume 4.
Sake, really?
Volume 4 is what happens after the House of M.
Yeah.
When all the powers are put into this one guy. He's got the powers of all these millions of mutants, and he's trying to track down Magneto to give him the powers.
I see.
It's just so good. Such a good run. I'll get the first one. The first one I read on my iPad. But I'll get the first volume and I'll lend you them.
Yeah, because certain mutants never get their powers back, and some do.
I'm not quite that far.
Is what I've heard.
Right, yeah, I'm not
I
quite
don't
that
know
far.
who and who does and who doesn't.
That's cool.
But,
but I will definitely, because the end of it, I won't say. But I will give you the books once I've read. Once I've got the first
I'd
one,
be
I'll give you them
interested
because
to read that. What I found out actually was that the Deadpool comic that I've finished recently, the Dead Presidents one, is actually the first in the Marvel Now ones, which are the reboots.
Yes.
From like 2006. So actually they're only on issue 6, I believe. So I've got a little bit of collecting to do.
Yeah, because I was looking at getting the Captain Marvel, which is the Carol Danvers, isn't it? She's just introduced in this one as Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
Carol, she's a very minor part. Obviously then Civil War, and she'll become a bigger part. I was going to get it, and then I thought, well, no, I can't get that yet because I have not been introduced to her yet properly. So I've got to finish this run, and then because obviously Marvel announced
she's going to be a film. It's going to be their first female-led superhero film, but it's not coming out until like 2018, 19. But still, they really need to get on the game with female. I really am.
I was going to say get on the game. They're releasing.
No, I'm quite passionate about the fact they need to bring out a female-led superhero film, and they should really have tried to do it before DC. I understand that there's
when's Wonder Woman coming out though?
I mean, that's 2017.
Yeah, because DC aren't,
isn't it?
Like
they're not massively ahead.
No, like Wonder Woman is going to be in Batman vs Superman, but it's not going to be female-led. So they've got a few years before they're doing a female-led film as well. So it's going to be around the same sort of time.
Yeah,
I think it would be difficult just to put it out because it's a whole entirely new thing, isn't it? Like, well, I mean, you've had Wonder Woman before, but you know what I mean. It's, in this sort of universe, it's a new thing. They can't. I don't know if it would just make people feel weird because they're not used to it. I mean, you've had Tomb Raider, which is the closest thing, like
and then this year you had Lucy as well, which did quite well.
Yeah,
with Scarlett Johansson, which effectively should have been the Black Widow film, is what I've heard.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like she just kicks ass.
I don't know. I'm looking forward to the Marvel run though. It sounds so good.
Yeah, I don't care about DC films, if I'm quite honest with you.
We'll see.
I'll see Batman, Superman.
We'll see. Their opener for this universe wasn't very strong, Man of Steel.
No.
Although some people think it was. But we'll see with Batman, Superman, because that looks like it's going to be good. They might have a female Robin. Might. Who knows? Yeah.
Or cares, really. If I'm honest with you, Robin's a shit character. I don't like Robin. Just bring him in as Nightwing later on. Yeah, you don't need Robin.
No. But yeah, so anyway, definitely get the new event. If you haven't read the new Avengers, the Brian Michael Bendis.
Yeah, I'd be interested in
they're very good. I really enjoyed them.
Cool.
This is the issue. When we're supposed to have a guest, we don't plan an episode. So we're a bit like, where can we go? Honestly.
Well, again, Dave from Cornwall at Wilbro Jr. 36 on Twitter. I think he was an episode behind last week because he mentioned the fact that I was being sympathetic to Josie Cunningham.
Yeah, which at first I imagine you got a bit defensive. Like, when the fuck was?
Hold on. I tried. I said in the interest of balance, I tried my hardest. It didn't really work out. So he posted us a story from the Metro where she effectively has turned down £30,000 never to say another word in public again. This guy, Brian Miller.
I think that was a good deal. She should have just taken it.
Yeah, so do I. He said, I'm going to cut to the point. I want to pay you off. I want you to delete Twitter and never say another word to the public again. £30,000 is my offer. Regards, Brian. And she tweeted out, lol, sorry, Brian, you'll have to up your offer a bit better than that, babe. Add a couple of zeros and we can talk. So,
a couple, so she wants 3 million.
Yeah, I guess so. Yeah. So we need to have a bit of a whip round. I think kickstart this thing. If she wants more than 30,000, I mean, we've got to try and
important.
I mean, no, but she obviously needs to pay for any other body modifications that she needs, and all those taxis add up. Oh no, she's getting it for free.
No, we're paying for that. Is it worth 3 million to shut Josie up?
I mean, the other thing to do is to stop following her and reading her tweets.
Well, yeah, that's true.
I mean, that is...
There's two ways to look at it, though, isn't there? It's like, you can say, is she worth 30,000? No. Is it worth 3 million to shut her up? Yes.
Maybe, yeah. I mean, we need to do the maths on that one, perhaps.
Yeah.
Maybe
She's not worth it, but is it worth it?
Yeah.
There's two different...
I mean, they're two different. They're two very different questions, aren't they? When you pick them apart like that, we can see what we can do. We'll see if we can. We could literally post a Kickstarter and see what we could raise. I don't know if we get much. But I don't think we get very much because not very many people really know who she is. Offer? No, exactly. Yeah, good point. Yeah, it needs to come from her. It needs to come from her, doesn't it, really? That's the thing. Like, she needs to offer something in return, perhaps.
We could pose it as a documentary, shutting Josie up, and kind of make a film out of trying to raise the money and get her
maybe
the money
we try to
shut up. And then we'd offer, like, screenings and Q&As and
maybe we
names
try
and credits.
Maybe we try and get interviews with her.
We'd make it a creative endeavour.
Yeah. We'll see. We'll talk it through.
That's a good idea.
But yeah, so only very, very, very light on Josie Cunningham this week.
Yeah.
He also sent us. And I might need the audio for this if you don't mind. A thing from an Entertain This website. It was effectively the guys from How It Should Have Ended.
Fucking amazing.
Is a great website.
We spoke about them before with the Frozen. How Frozen should have ended. Did we speak about it or did we just post it?
I don't know.
I know. I definitely. I think I posted it to Weekly Geek Speak. Who, by the way, fucking had me in fits of
yeah.
laughter this
the
week.
latest
Go and
Bumpy
listen
Goose
to
is
that. Oh my God.
is amazing.
Listen to that Halloween episode.
I listened to that on Halloween at work.
Yeah.
Because no one was around. It was good. I
was
enjoyed
great.
it a
It was
lot. I
hilarious.
managed to do it all in one sitting, which is rare for an hour and a half podcast.
I meant to shout out Steve from Weekly Geek Speak last week. Actually.
Okay.
Last week I meant to shout out because he's one of the only people that has read my name and pronounced it correctly.
Oh, right.
Yeah. Like most people call me Colette.
Oh, right.
But it's not. Like I tell people, it's spelt with, it's spelt with an E, said with an I.
Yeah.
It's Colette.
Yeah.
It's simple English. But he says it. He reads it like when he read the tweets out. It said Anthony Collett. I'm like, fucking hell!
Way!
Oh my God! Somebody said it right.
Someone who can pronounce.
Yeah. Anyway, I just meant to do that. So yeah. Brilliant.
Well done, Steve. But yeah, they do these things, and obviously on the back of the Avengers: Age of Ultron teaser, Dave has posted this to our website, and it's basically how Ultron destroys most of your childhood cartoon dreams.
They work quickly. They work really quickly. How it should have ended. So
they do. So here is how the Avengers: Age of Ultron teaser should have ended. As long as there's not an advert.
Come on, don't give me an ad. How it should have ended. Yeah, there you go.
Now I'm free. There are no strings on me.
Oh man, we gotta make Pinocchio sound scary.
Even I get that reference.
Okay, how about this? A dream is a wish your heart makes.
Oh, it's more Disney films.
Don't do that.
Fucking Hulk's voice is amazing.
Shining, shimmering, splendid.
You are ruining my childhood.
Someone maketh him stop.
Hakuna Matata.
The children.
Do you want to build a snowman?
Man, it's summer.
Oh, that's amazing. That is amazing.
They are good, those guys.
I think Captain America's voice was brilliant. Even though I got that reference. Oh, no, that's great. They are
so
brilliant.
thanks for that, Dave.
Look at our Twitter feed and it will be on there.
It's on there from like ages ago.
Yeah, it's their
Lazy
way.
tiger.
Tom's Twitter's having a fit.
Yeah.
What?
Technology, eh?
Oh, speaking of technology, nicely done. we teased like 2-3 weeks ago.
Yeah, something like that.
Saying about you, I can't remember even how it went, but we were alluding to the fact that you have a new piece of technology in your life.
I do, yeah.
Tom has got an iPhone. He has a smartphone. Now, if you've been listening for a while, we did talk about Tom not having a smartphone. It was on Twitter, wasn't it? This whole conversation.
Yes.
Like months and months
months
ago. About the fact
people
that you've
were
had
gonna
the same phone, type of phone for years.
Yeah, it wasn't the same type of phone. I've had the same number.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've had an old phone.
Barely even colour screen.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm not one for technology really.
No.
And again, if you've listened for a while, you know that I'm a complete Luddite.
Yes.
And
hate technology.
Yeah, basically, I hate the fact that this is reliant on these laptops, because even these laptops, as good as they are, cause problems.
They do crash every so often.
Yeah.
And we for months we had issues with our
sound
freezing
and stuff.
that just stopped.
All of a sudden.
Didn't do anything different.
No.
It just stopped. But you have an iPhone. How do you find the iPhone?
It's all right.
Like you can touch the screen and everything.
Yeah.
You don't have to use a keypad.
Yeah, that's annoying.
What? No keypad?
Yeah.
I don't like that?
No.
Oh, okay.
The only person it benefits is Jo, because she doesn't have to hear the clicking anymore.
Your keypad was quite loud.
Yeah, I know.
You could probably, if you watch the PT... Oh, no, you had that phone.
No, I had that phone, yeah.
Oh, okay. Because there used to be... Like, you just sit there and you just hear... tick, 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 as he's typing.
But I could do it without looking, and I could carry on having a conversation, therefore be less antisocial, and be able to see where I'm going when I'm walking.
It's true.
Whereas now I'm like walking into things, and I can't...
Do you not think that's from years of texting?
Yeah, obviously.
From practice, from years of practice.
Yeah, but the
Always
fact is, I
keypads.
can't do it without looking now. It's infuriating.
That's autocorrect's fault. I think you have to look to make sure it's not telling people like inappropriate things.
Random shit. Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't like the fact there's no keypad?
Yeah.
Anything else you like about it? Is there anything you like? I mean, you got the benefit.
The only
of
benefit
Twitter.
the only benefit that has caused anything to me at the moment is the fact that I can reply to people on Twitter a bit quicker.
Yeah.
That's it. It still makes phone calls. It still texts people.
But on the other hand, people don't like that because it means you come out of the conversation you're having because you have to tweet back straight away. It is. But hey.
I honestly believe that technology and the proliferation of smart technology is destroying the way people communicate with each other face to face.
Yeah. No, it's true. Like, you can't argue with that. I think a lot of people have that same argument, but a lot of people are addicted. It's an addiction.
Yeah, it is, and I don't understand it.
People are addicted to technology.
The only other thing that I'm going to start looking at now is stock markets.
Because it's instantly on there.
Yeah. I'm going to start
I ignore that.
I'm going to start spread betting.
Spread betting.
Yeah.
Going to start investing.
Yeah.
Because you get a ticker straight there on your home. It's on the notification centre now, isn't it? Oh, well.
So I might try and use this smart technology to make me some quick money,
or
lose a fuckload,
or lose
of money.
a shitload of money. Yeah.
But I'm having a look into that.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's fine.
You're not.
I don't use it for photos. I don't use it. I've taken a photo on it because I could. I mean, the thing is, I use
the
my
penis tree,
penis tree. I use my tablet for the internet anyway because I had a tablet.
I found that I did stop using when I got my iPad, I stopped using my iPhone. When I had an iPhone, I stopped using it to look at the internet because I had an iPad there. And
already, it doesn't last 2 days without a charge.
No, that's just normal.
I don't see the point in that.
That's normal.
I don't see the point in it. I don't get it.
No, the batteries are shocking on them.
Yeah. Why put so much shit into one of these phones so that you can't use it for a day without it needing a charge?
Well, because the idea is, the way it happens, or what I do is I plug my phone in every night when I go to bed, and then I don't really have to worry about it too much. That's the norm now.
The old phone lasted weeks.
On one charge.
Yep.
It's fucking depressing, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Because that's got to keep the GPS going. It's got to keep the
gyroscope it's got to,
going.
Hasn't it? Yeah.
Well, you can turn the GPS off.
Yeah.
It's got to keep the Wi-Fi connected. The camera's always got to be ready to go if you need to quickly go.
Apparently, all these things are needed.
Let's just open up an Instagram and you'll find out what the camera's for. I don't use Instagram. I don't know what I'm talking about.
I was going to say.
Bit of news for me though. I ordered an iPhone 6 yesterday.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, that's coming this week.
You're reverting back to iPhone,
oh, God,
are you?
yes.
Have you not enjoyed not being...
No, Android's horrible.
Okay.
It doesn't work.
Doesn't it?
Although apparently iOS doesn't work too well anymore. But that's coming, and I'm selling my Samsung because I don't like it. I'm going back into the blue group.
Righto.
Do you know what that means?
The messages are blue.
Yeah, iMessage.
Yeah.
If you're doing text message, it's green.
Yeah.
So when I text you, it's green bubble. When you text Joe, it's probably a blue bubble. Yeah. I'm going back to the blue group.
Okay, cool.
Part of the blue man group.
You'll show as a blue person now.
Yes.
Awesome.
I want to be back in the blue team.
One of the few, actually, in my phone.
A lot of people turn off iMessage. Because the problem I will have with iMessage is I'll get the message on my phone. It will also be on my iPad.
Oh, right. Does that happen? Does it?
Yeah, so obviously some people don't like that, I don't think. When I first got my Samsung, I forgot to turn iMessage off. So I wasn't getting any messages from Liz.
Right.
Because she was texting me and it was trying to send me an iMessage. So it would go to my iPad and not my phone.
Right.
So I had to turn it off on my iPad so I'd get text messages. That's my fault. It's my silly fault for not knowing to do that, isn't it?
Yeah. Is it?
Yeah, no. Hey.
Oh, God.
But Tom's part of the technology group.
Way.
It's big news.
It is big news. I don't make a song and dance about it.
No. Oh well. I'm looking forward to getting my hands back on an iPhone though. Genuinely looking forward to it. It seems,
it's
depressing, isn't it?
Intuitive enough.
And I'll have my proper podcast app back. That's one thing. You don't have to carry an iPod around with you anymore.
True.
But I bet you still carry your iPod around with you. Of course I do,
yeah. Because it's got everything on there. But it's also got all my music on it as well, which I wouldn't be able to fit onto an iPhone.
True. Well, you would if you had a bigger iPhone.
No, it would need to be 100 and odd gig.
Really?
You don't get iPhones with memories that big.
Yeah, I think I wish I still had a working iPod so I could carry my iPod around with me with my music and just have my podcast on the phone.
Because I can attach my iPod to the car. Yeah. I can attach my iPod to a docking station so we can listen to music.
Yeah.
I could do that with my
iPhone if you had the capacity.
But yeah, I like music. I like, I like having everything there because I don't know what I want to listen to at any given point.
You still do have to, like people say, it's all your technology devices in one, but it's not.
But if you can, like if I listen to podcasts on my iPhone as well as having it as a phone, it wouldn't last a day.
No, it does. But they do. They do.
I wish they'd stop. All these phone companies would stop making adverts saying that you can watch films on them as well, because I don't think you'll be able to get through a whole fucking film.
No, you can. The battery isn't that bad.
I think it is.
It's not that bad. You're exaggerating because you hate it.
Yeah,
you hate the fact you rely on it.
Yeah, I don't.
The thing is that I use my iPhone for podcasts because when a podcast goes up, you can set it to automatically download it. You don't have to turn on your laptop to sync all the podcasts. So if you've got your music, you're not going to change your music that often.
No,
you've got your music on your iPod. You have your podcast on your iPhone, so they just download, and you don't have to remember to sync it.
Perhaps.
And then you don't have like hours and hours and hours. You don't have to delete them off of your computer all the time. When it fills up, you can just delete them off the phone. It does. It is good for podcasts, but I will have my podcast app back.
Yay.
Speaking of podcasts,
yes.
Hey, there's a reason I went onto the podcast.
Okay, yeah.
I like to acknowledge the good segues.
Yeah, well done.
There's a podcast that doesn't really need much advertising, but I think people should listen to it. You might not hear about it. It's an NPR podcast. They don't need advertising. They do This American Life. You've heard of NPR. You've not heard of NPR.
No.
They're like one of the biggest journalistic podcasts networks around. Yeah,
all right.
They're huge.
This is
very
news
popular.
to me.
Okay, well, they've released a new podcast this month or last month. Yeah, we're in November now, aren't we?
We are.
It's called Serial, which, as you might imagine, is a serialized podcast. And at the moment, they're doing one story now, and then when this one finishes, they'll do another one. But saying the stories is wrong. It's actual real life cases.
Oh, right.
So this one at the moment it's a spin-off of This American Life, actually. This is Sarah Koenig. She created and hosts a series which is co-produced. Yeah, whatever, it doesn't matter who does that. But the season 1 is an investigation into a 1999 Baltimore murder, but succeeding seasons may not be. Fucking why? Fucking Wikipedia tells you everything. This is basically, it's about a girl who was murdered, schoolgirl who was murdered. She was schoolgirl, she was high school. And then her ex-boyfriend was arrested and charged with her murder, but the case is a bit, questionable what happened.
Contentious.
So what this is about is this woman, this reporter, she received a letter from someone about the case and saying, can you look into it for us? And she kind of started research and she got right into it. Okay. And then it became a podcast. So she's investigating it, trying to find stuff out about it, and each week is a different look at it. And she doesn't even know how the case ends yet.
Oh, right.
So we will find out in the last episode how it ends, and she wouldn't have found out too much before that.
Yeah.
So she's investigating this murder and looking at all the evidence and listening to interview tapes, and she goes and does things. Could he really have done this? Because it all centres around about 22 minutes of time at the end of school that he could have done it.
Right, okay.
And it's kind of like what happened in those 22 minutes. And
that's quite interesting.
How much of that do you actually remember? Do you only remember the day if something significant happened? This guy can't remember many details because nothing significant happened to him that day, apparently. But you don't know. Did he murder her? Didn't he murder? Who murdered her? And it is really fascinating.
Yeah.
It's only like 6 or 7 episodes in.
Right.
It's called Serial. Just search for Serial. It's really interesting. It's a good podcast. I really like it. I just found it because I caught up with all my podcasts and run out. I went, what's this Serial one?
Yeah.
And it's really good. Really, really good. Well worth it. Hey, what's his name? Something Syed. I don't want to give away his name and it be wrong because unfortunately it could sound racist if I get it wrong, if I just assume his name's like Ahmed or something. Adnan. I knew it was an A. Adnan Syed. Yeah, who may or may not have been wrongly convicted in 1999 of killing Hae-Min Lee.
In 1999, wow.
Yeah. It's a long story. He's been there for ages, serving life. But yeah, so you got 6 episodes so far.
Okay.
Go and check it out if you like serialised podcasts.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, it does make you kind of, at the end of it, you're like, no!
Especially if you're up to date with these things. It's like what we found with... what was it called?
We're Alive.
Yeah. Like
that
when you're listening to it,
when you're catching up,
in
it's amazing.
chunks, it's great because you can keep up with it. But once you kind of drop out of that, and it's like another month before the next episode or whatever.
Yeah, because they used to have breaks. They done the 3 and then had like a break, and then done the 3 and had a break or something, didn't they? Yeah. And that was, but that did not pay off very well.
No,
I was not happy with it.
I'm glad that I didn't listen to it every week for 3 years.
God, yes.
Could you imagine?
I only spent about maybe 2 months
catching up.
Like I spent 2 months. Like there was only 2 months left once I caught up.
Yeah,
I think.
Yeah,
I'm really glad of that.
Yeah,
it's so annoying. Maybe it's because we didn't listen to it every week that the payoff didn't seem.
Maybe
because we had all the drama.
Yeah,
because we were listening to it in chunks.
Perhaps
we had there was like a couple of slow episodes and then drama, and then a couple of slow episodes and then drama. Whereas people were listening to it like there's a week of slow, nothing, then another week of slow, nothing, and then some drama.
Yeah, maybe.
Whereas we were listening to it, so it seemed like there was constant drama, and then the end seemed to just kind of fizzled out.
And then 15 years later.
Yeah, I don't like programs that do that. I really. That's what was wrong with the last Harry Potter.
Was it?
No,
what? Were the end where they still look like they're 12 years old, yet they're actually in their 40s. Yeah.
Well, I read the books, but yeah. I actually read the books, so I didn't get that when I read the books. I only got there when I watched the film, and I was like, really? All that money, and you couldn't make them look old.
Oh dear.
Let's give him a little bit of a tash. That'll work.
Put a tiny bit of grey around his temples.
Oh, stop.
I haven't even seen it.
Last night, see, we watched X Factor, you don't.
No.
We saw a teaser for Mockingjay Part 1.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God.
Really?
It looks incredible. I got excited about...
Right.
Yes, I got excited about the Hunger Games.
I don't mind. I'm excited about the Hunger Games.
But that teaser was fucking incredible.
Yeah?
It really was.
Oh, I'll have to check that out later.
Definitely. Yeah, we'll watch it. I'll watch it again with you.
Yeah.
It was so good. I'm really looking forward to it, and I think they can do the 2-part episode. Oh.
Well, there's a definite point during the book that
there's the break.
There is a break where it kind of steps up a notch.
Yeah.
Where they go into the city.
When they're the team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be good.
Yeah.
It's going to be really good.
I can't wait to see how they do. I don't know if it's a spoiler. No, it's not, is it? One of the weapons that the Capitol use, the Incredibles style weapon, where they fire it and it expands.
Yes,
yeah. They do that in Hunger Games, don't they?
Yeah, that's right.
That's going to be awesome.
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see.
But I don't think the stuff in the Hunger Games makes you pass out.
No.
No.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how they do it, because I thought when I was reading it, I was like, this is big. Really big.
Yeah.
But, you know,
if they pull it off, it's going to be one of the best films.
See, people complained about the second one because it was the same as the first, except it really wasn't, because you're not looking at it properly.
It's a set-up film.
Yeah.
That's the problem with it.
It's like Back to the Future 2.
The book was the same.
Yeah.
It was all a big setup.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I mean, the book ended better than
I think so as well.
The film.
Yeah.
But then the film, you've got to leave
enough of a cliffhanger.
Because I think the start of the first film, the start of Part 1 is the end of the book, isn't it?
Yeah.
When she's actually in the place, which you don't want to give it away.
Yeah. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, what was you saying it's like?
A bit like Back to the Future 2 is a link to between 1 and 3.
Right,
it doesn't work quite as well on its own.
But as part of the series.
Yeah, if you watch it back to back, it works really, really well.
Yeah.
But on its own, you never see Back to the Future Part 2 on TV. You only ever see 1 and 3.
Yeah, 3 was on the other day.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah,
it
and
was
1's always on.
Yeah. But you never see Back to the Future 2 on TV because if you watch it on its own, it doesn't really make a lot of sense.
Do you? No, I suppose.
It's weird.
I'm struggling to remember what number 2 was.
It's where they go to the future and Biff has become the head of a corporation.
Yeah, and they got the future house. I have seen it on TV actually a couple of months ago.
I think it's played if they're playing them one week.
It's one with the hoverboard. What the fuck?
Yeah,
am I
of course.
talking about?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like it is on, but I think it's when they're playing all 3 of them every week.
Yeah,
or
one
like that,
or
night after the other or something.
Yeah.
But it's rarely you can still play 1 and 3 on their own.
Yeah.
And they kind of
they're standalone films.
Standalone.
Whereas number 2 hopes you've either seen the first one
you need
or
to
you're
watch
going
it.
to watch the third
you need
one.
to watch it in sequence. I feel anyway. I mean, I might,
might be talking out your ass.
I might well be, but from my point of view, it's not as good a standalone as the other two. But that's kind of what Hunger Games 2 was.
Yeah, it's
Catching
definitely
Fire.
yeah. It's definitely a lead up.
Yeah.
Liz done her trick that she always does. When we watched the thing last night, she went, "So what happened in the second one?" She just doesn't remember things like that. Yeah, she doesn't remember films. But I read the book and watched the film, so it's more of an impact.
Yeah.
I was just like, well, if you remember in the first... I don't care about the first one. No, remember in the first one when this happened? So they've done this in the second one. Yeah. And she went, oh, yeah. Classic. But hey.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll watch that. Don't forget, I want to watch it again, so we'll watch that.
Yeah, we'll have a watch of that later on. The Queen took to Twitter last week.
Yeah, I wonder if she's got an iPhone.
I don't know. She's wearing blue.
She
makes her a blue person.
Group. Yeah, that's true.
Oh, good. Freezing. Excellent.
So
she sent her first official tweet while she was opening something in the Science Museum. I can't read any more than that because my laptop's frozen because, fucking technology.
Because technology.
Yeah. We'll come back to that, shall we? You're going to have to do something because my laptop's fucked.
Okay, let's talk about tweets. This is one that Robbie sent us as you're on Twitter. Robbie sent us a couple of emails a few weeks ago. There's a couple of stories, and this one is about a reporter, Mexico City. Yeah, she was a crusading Twitter journalist in the bastion of organised crime who chose a photograph of Catwoman as her online avatar and christened herself Felina.
Right.
Which is Spanish for cat, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, sounds about right.
Yeah, feline. So she had an alter ego that defied the forces of evil in her real life Gotham of Reynosa. That's California? Reynosa? Or it might be Mexico.
I don't know. Don't ask me.
Sorry. Oh, a border city in the Mexican state.
I love how you do this. It's great.
I did that last week.
Yeah, you did. Yeah, it's become a trope.
Let's finish the sentence before we start.
Before questioning anything, just read the sentence.
Yeah. So it's in Mexico.
Yes.
A short drive from McAllen, Texas. So it's a border town. Anyway, so there were two drug cartels in something. The Gulf Cartel and it's a word that I don't want to try and read.
Yeah, let's not.
Tumult. No, stop it.
Shush.
And the Zetas. I've read this a couple of weeks ago. She posted tweets outing them, basically. Yeah. And then eventually...
Oh, didn't she go missing?
She went to... Yeah, I think... There we go. So on October 8th, Valor Portampoulos received the following tweet. We're coming very close to many of you. Watch out for Lena. So she actually got a tweet from one of the cartels saying we're getting close. Be careful.
Okay.
Like they're trying to find her.
Yeah.
The sender's account was a shell, but the message had the feel of authenticity. It was one in a series of posts that arrived on the same day. Each had an exacerbated tone, demanding to know why the supposed generosity of the narcos toward people of low income went unreported, and why the focus on the Gulf Cartel, but why the focus on the Gulf Cartel, but nothing on the crimes of soldiers and police. The concluding message defamed the site's administrators as liars and threatened war on each of them by name or at least by handle. This is for you, Bandolera, Felina, Valor, and the rest who make things up. So this is like a series of... What are they? They're vigilante tweeters, reporters. Oh, the Valor Portam... That is a website. So Felina nevertheless continued to post a high volume of news alerts to the site at the hashtag #ReynosaFollow until early in the morning of Thursday, October 16th, when this message from Felina was posted. Friends and family, my real name is Maria del Rosario Fuentes Rubio. I'm a physician. Today my life has come to an end.
That's a bit chilling.
Yeah. So she had loads of tweets, nothing. I'm dead.
Yikes.
The next message, sent moments later, is supposedly her warning friends and family not to make the same mistake she did, using social media to report on organised crime because there is no point. The message after that is a warning. Oh, no, sorry. Yeah, the message after that is a warning to her followers and to 3 prominent citizen journalists that the cartels are closer than you think. The last message sent from Felina's account is not written, but rather consists of 2 photos. In the first, a middle-aged woman keeps her hands folded in front of her eyes and looks directly at the camera. In the second, the same woman is lying on a dirty floor with a coup de grace bullet wound in the face. The founder of Valor Portum... Yeah, they confirmed that... I'm not trying to...
That website, what she worked for.
Yeah, confirmed that the photos are of Felina. Twitter has since shut down her account. What?
That's fucked up.
So they tracked her through Twitter and that website and then shot her in the face.
This is why your fancy phones with the GPS are no good.
Good point.
See?
She forgot to uncheck location services on her Twitter.
What a stupid cow.
I think the biggest thing from that is don't report on the cartel.
Don't report on the cartel. It's like taking on the mafia or the triads.
Do not inform on any organised crime.
Don't be a grass.
They don't do much wrong, you know.
To people that don't deserve it.
Yeah. That's it. They're vigilantes, you know. If you're a bad person that's not them, they will kill you.
Yeah.
Don't cross them.
Keep your nose
Just
out.
leave them.
Yeah. They're doing their thing.
They're all right.
Yeah. Like I say, they're not hurting anyone who doesn't deserve it.
No.
Maybe.
I mean, does she deserve it? Yes, because she was trying to out them.
She's trying to uncover them. They have to protect
especially
themselves.
in Mexico.
That's fucked up,
especially
though.
in Mexico.
Yeah. Where, you know, people just get beheaded in the street
run
anyway.
The police.
Yeah.
They run the police and the government.
Yeah.
Like, just fucking stay away.
Leave it alone.
Yes, no. There is like the trafficking and the slavery and things like that, which allegedly happens. So, 6 to 1.
Yeah, I don't know. That's scary. But then, you know, people will try to go any lengths for a decent story.
Yeah,
and it
is part of journalism, isn't it? You've got to report on some things. It's like, report on it. Don't try and help them.
Yeah, I
That's
suppose
terrifying,
you know she's trying to do right.
Yeah,
in a way, but you just got to pick your battles, haven't you?
I don't think you can do it from within the city. I don't think you can do it from within the region where it's happening. Like with like the wars over in Afghanistan and Iraq and things like that. Like you can't fix it from within the country.
No,
an outside force has to come along.
Yeah.
Like England and the States and whoever else go over and try and help get rid of the crooked people.
Yeah.
With like the cartel and things in Mexico, she's in Mexico trying to report on them, trying to out them. It's like, if you out them, who's got the jurisdiction? Who's going to be brave enough to take them down? Not the police, because they are owned by the cartel. If you're going to try and take them down, you need to employ the sort of help of somebody else. Fucking, or just don't do it.
Yeah. It's
Otherwise, they'll tweet from your Twitter account
that you're dead.
Just take over your Twitter account. That's not on. She obviously left herself signed in.
Well, I mean, it's the next step from what is it? Status jacking.
Can you imagine if she hadn't left herself logged in though? And they're like, "We need to tweet from your account." And she's like, "No, give me your fucking password," with a gun in her face. Give me your fucking password or I'll shoot you. He's like, "You're going to shoot me anyway." It's
true. She obviously just, you know.
That's probably why there's such a silence beforehand, though. There's more of trying to get her password to log into her Twitter account.
That's what the silence was.
Oh, that's morbid.
Yeah, oh well.
To tweet her final messages.
Oh, dear.
Oh, fuck me.
So I think my laptop's working again now.
Oh, cool. So we can find out the Queen's important tweet.
Yes, she was. It's a pleasure to open the Information Age exhibition at the Science Museum, and I hope people will enjoy visiting. Elizabeth R.
I love that she signs it off.
Yeah.
What's the betting that she that was pre-written and she just pressed tweet?
I don't even know if there's any actual footage of her sending the tweet.
I mean, it looked like she was wearing gloves, and unless they were capacitive gloves, then it's not going to work, is it? Anyway,
no, exactly. The tweet was read by 36,000 people because that's how many followers she's got. So, you know.
Her first tweet.
Oh, no, it was retweeted 36,000 times and favorited 37,000 times. And on the BBC, when they reported on it, they showed a screenshot of it, which also included
the replies.
One of which was from a guy called Wolfgang Dickface.
And it British just, monarchy.
Fuck off. His original response has now been deleted. It was posted again, though, through a screenshot of his tweet captured on the news. So well
That's
done.
Amazing.
Well done, the BBC.
And well done, Wolfgang Dickface.
He later posted, "New followers, have a look around, make yourself comfortable, but I'm telling an 88-year-old woman to fuck off on the BBC is about as good as I get."
At least he's self-aware.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh dear.
That's brilliant.
Apparently, here we go. The Queen was watched by 600 guests at the museum as she took off her glove to get to grips with the touchscreen iPad mounted on the plinth.
But did she just press tweet?
Well, I don't know.
That's the thing. I don't think she wrote that. Do you think the Queen knows how to do @replies?
That'd be amazing, wouldn't it?
Include @
An 88-year-old woman. She was the first monarch to make a live Christmas broadcast in 1957.
She started the Queen's speech.
Well, televised.
Well, okay, yeah, good point.
And became the first monarch to send an email in 1976.
Really?
No, hold on. That can't be right. Yeah.
Wow.
There you go. So she's cutting edge of technology. Is old HR.
Fucking hell, get her.
HR. ER.
Yeah,
Elizabeth
ER.
Regina. Sorry, HR.
She's HRH.
Yeah, HRH.
Her Royal Highness. Yeah.
Whatever.
We know our royal family.
See, Ridgecast, we have no fucking clue, really.
Wow.
Yeah, so there you go.
1976.
I didn't realise that either.
That's mental.
There you go. She is proper on it. She's
down with the kids.
Yeah. She's getting to grips with iPads just like I'm getting to grips with my iPhone.
Yeah.
If an 88-year-old woman can do it, I can definitely do it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, so there we go.
Are you pissed off with Siri yet?
I don't use it.
Have you ever accidentally?
Oh, fuck me.
What's this?
Wayne Static.
Oh, yeah. Sorry, I read that
realise
this morning. Yeah. That's the singer of Static X. So I think when I read his cause of death was unknown, but it's thought to
drugs.
Yeah.
Clearly. So there you go.
I liked Static X.
So did I.
I saw them live.
You did, didn't you?
Yeah. Smoking Corn. That was good. Speaking of which, have you seen the new Korn Slipknot tour?
No.
That's going to be insane.
What? Who's on it?
Korn and Slipknot.
Oh, right.
They're the co-headlining. I don't know.
Yeah.
I would be too terrified to go though.
Yeah,
to be fair.
I'm not quite sure I could stand up to that anymore.
Yeah. Quickly, we're talking about Britain and rude words like Wolfgang Dickface.
Yes.
Oh
yes. Yeah.
This is
another
Britain,
thing Joe
England,
sent over, wasn't it?
This was one of Joe's. Yeah. A council in North Wales is attempting to clamp down on rude and offensive road names. Now I think we've covered before somewhere about Nurchurch did the thing about funny names, place names in the UK.
Yeah.
And over there.
We tagged up on it, didn't we?
Upper Dicker and Lower Dicker.
Yeah.
Like they're actually all counties or villages or regions in the UK. Now we've actually got some funny road names as well. Officials have issued guidance on unsuitable monikers following complaints about Whore Road and Tipple Lane.
Really? Tipple Lane? That's just about a drink, isn't it?
Yeah.
A tipple.
Aesthetically unsuitable names such as Tip House, Pit Lane will be avoided, or names capable of deliberate misinterpretation like Whore Road, that's spelled Hoare.
Yeah.
Tipple Avenue, it's Tipple Avenue now. Swag House, etc. Like these aren't very offensive.
No.
Swag now is like a recent thing.
Yeah.
And that's a good thing. It's about my swag.
Yeah.
Trendy, you know.
But did it say open to interpretation? So could it be that people call it shag?
There's no, or names capable of deliberate misinterpretation.
Yeah. So Shag House.
So calling it Shag House instead of Swag House. So because of kids.
Yeah.
Some names can cause offence or can be misinterpreted, so it's better to try and avoid them. Well, yeah, I suppose you could think swag could mean something else.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think this is political correctness gone mad.
However, there are some, Whore Road, even though it's spelt differently.
Yeah, but there's such thing as a hoarfrost.
Yeah. Britain's rudest roads include the likes of Minge Lane.
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You can't really
No, I
defend that
can't
one.
defend that.
Or M-I-N-G-E, could it be Ming?
Could be.
It's not, it's Minge.
No.
Slag Lane.
Yeah.
But that slag was
heap.
like...
it was part of the coal mining process.
Yes, and in Merseyside, so...
Yeah.
It's called northern...
It's where all the
Britain,
mines were.
and things, yeah. Grope Lane. Yeah. Jugs Close. You child. Beaver Close. And Crotch Crescent. Like, these can't be misinterpreted. That is what they are.
Yeah.
Several others have featured in Telegraph Travel's sign language series.
Is that Bell End there?
Yeah, including Fanny Hands Lane. Fanny is not an arse.
No,
Like
over here
in
it's...
here it's the front bum.
Yeah. The secret smile.
Yeah, secret smile. That's the arse, isn't it? Secret smile is the arse.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Show me your secret smile.
Oh, yeah, good point.
Yeah. That's it. Fanny Hands Lane is in Lincolnshire. Bell End in Worcestershire. Dumb Woman's Lane in East Sussex. Another that might be deemed offensive. Yeah. So, yeah. Oh my God, the inhabitants of Butthole Road, which is thought to refer to a communal water butt once located in the area, changed theirs to Archer's Way. After years spent putting up with guffawing US tourists having their picture taken near the road. I would embrace it.
Yeah.
You live in a butthole.
Yeah. One of my favourites, there's a campsite down near Cornwall or Devon called Sandy Balls.
Oh, brilliant. That's great. I do love like Upper Dicker and Lower Dicker are my favourites.
And Stephen from History of Misunderstanding was telling us about the whole of Horkham.
Yeah.
And, there were a couple of other places up there as well.
It's brilliant. Funny road names, funny place names in the UK. It's Old English language.
Exactly. And it's the way that...
And we did that whole thing about Old Victorian slang.
Yeah.
Oh, I can't remember any of them off the top of my head.
Like neck oil and stuff.
Yeah, neck oil, yeah. The Old English language. It's embraced. English language is fantastic.
And also, it's a bit eccentric as well, and it's a bit carry-on. And we're known for carry-on and those kind of...
The double entendre humour.
Yeah. Like the seaside postcards.
Oh,
were always a little bit kind of pervy.
Yeah.
Weren't they? Do you know what I mean? It's all that kind of carry-on humour. I don't think...
comic.
Yeah.
Viz comic.
Yeah.
Sort of...
Yeah.
Well, it's just fucking...
Although that was out and out kind of
porn,
rudeness.
wasn't it? Cartoon porn. But, you know, it's that sort of humour. It's...
Yeah, and it's kind of what we're known for.
And the stupid thing is, you know, like these fucking... The old people complaining about, they've got a cupboard full of, like, Giles books, which weren't as offensive, like out and out offensive, but they were kind of adult-ish humour, weren't they?
Yeah, true.
And the comic strips, and you know they've sent those postcards when they've gone down to Hastings for their seaside holiday.
Yeah, precisely.
Eastbourne. So I think just fucking...
I
would love to have lived in Butthole Lane before it became Archer's Way.
Yeah, it's a talking point.
Yeah.
You know, if nothing else. Yeah, I think that's
England.
Yeah, in a nutshell. Turtle power.
It is, isn't it? Yeah. Nice.
Not seeing that.
I don't want to see it.
One last thing, I suppose, from Jo as well. She sent in a thing about 15 real life gadgets to make you into Batman.
Yeah, so
I
think Jake from Richcast needs to update his Amazon wish list.
Yes, yeah.
Just
I think
take notes.
so. You've got
you want to be Batman, I think, doesn't he?
I think, yeah.
And Scott from Weekly Geek Speak.
Yeah. Yeah, this is true.
Yeah.
All people obsessed with Batman should enter these into their Amazon wish list. There's a grapple gun and hook. There's actually one that has been made.
It's real.
It can support over £1,000 with industrial grappling hooks. Hooks with a rope are easy to find, but you'll have to be in the military or seek out a custom creation to get your hands on the launching kind. But there's a real... I think that's real. I'm not quite sure. It looks real.
Yeah.
It's probably a military grade type
it's
thing.
In a list title 15 real life gadgets.
Yeah, so there must be
whether
real
it looks
life.
like that or not is another
precisely.
question.
But if you know anyone in the military, Steve from Drunk Geeks and Robbie.
I don't know if photojournalists can get their hands on grappling hook guns.
Smoke bombs, of course.
Oh, yeah.
Make your escape with instant smoke.
You can get them from joke shops and things.
Yeah.
I mean, they probably won't be very good.
You can get them in a number of real life forms. You could simply buy fireworks that produce smoke. But for the best effect, you can make your own flashing smoke bombs, and there's actually a tutorial for that.
Is there?
Yes.
Oh,
there is a link to a tutorial on how to make your own flashbangs.
Awesome.
Do you remember the Jolly Roger cookbook?
Yeah. I used to have that on the disc.
Yeah.
How to hack ATMs and things.
Yeah, and make bombs.
How to beat slot machines.
Yeah,
and how to make bombs, pipe bombs, and I made a pipe bomb once.
Did you? Did it work?
Paper caps.
Oh, right.
Paper caps, an aerial off of a car. Yeah, you kind of fold them in such a way that they don't break. Like, and you get a whole massive strip of them, and you fold them and you compress them down really tight. Stuff them into the aerial of a car, fold over the ends, and chuck it on a fire.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
And it goes bang, and you can do it with a biro pen lid as well.
Right.
Like, you stuff them in really tight, put the match in without trying to set them off, because that will blow your hand off.
Yes.
Just light the match.
I see.
And it makes a massive bang.
The Confessions of a Teenage Pyromaniac.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I did get into this.
I used to use Lynx cans.
Oh, yeah.
And stuff like that. That was quite cool.
I've got some pictures of me and Matt just making like flamethrowers.
Yeah.
And it's really cool because if you take the photo, sometimes it looks like there's a face right at the end of the fireball.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's kind of creepy, but cool.
Yeah. Fair play. A batarang. Used to disarm bombs, open doors, and impale victims. The batarang is the ultimate tool. Just make sure to throw this replica.
It's a replica. It's
I don't think it'll work. I don't think it'll. Especially, it won't kind of come back round to you, will it? Shark repellent back spray.
But that's a joke. That's a prop.
Surely, yeah.
That's a replica again.
The real repellent has been developed real repellent has been developed by scientists and actually uses dead shark chemicals to ward them off.
That makes sense. Did the shark look that bad? Really?
Yes, really
Did
does.
It really? It was an inflatable shark.
Yes, yeah. It was awful.
Oh my god! It didn't look that bad when I was a kid.
We've got it on the DVD shelf. The old 66 movie.
Batman the movie.
So yeah, you can actually get shark repellent spray now.
That's mad.
Just think it 1966 Batman preconceived the idea of.
Oh yes. Someone did make that, didn't they?
The real life Batmobiles, luxury cars, and then there's a Batmobile. Driving around in a replica Batmobile is the definition of cool.
Like you got the 66 replica. You see that, like that's not as rare as something, but the
Tim Burton one, is like millions of pounds. You can buy or rent this custom ride from a few different websites, so there's nothing to stop you for a night of crime fighting. So yeah, just a few £1,000 on renting a car out for the night just to drive around pretending to be Batman in your cheap fancy dress suit.
In that.
Yeah, that'd be quite cool.
No,
it's fine. Voice activated controls.
Siri, we've spoken about that
basically Siri. Yeah. Super Tooth voice activated controls. That's a new thing.
Oh, okay.
Apparently, it can
change the radio,
dial numbers, send text messages, and hear emails read to you.
Oh,
so that's a thing.
That isn't it mad that doesn't seem amazing to us now.
I know, yeah.
It's crazy.
Like it just seems like a regular thing.
You're like,
really. Of course it does. Of course it does those things. Night vision headlights. The Batmobile can drive nearly anywhere thanks to night vision headlights. Reality has finally caught up with fiction, as night vision headlights are included in many models of cars, examples being BMW 7 Series and the Lexus LX 470.
So do they work with like a special coating on the windscreen, I should imagine?
I guess so.
Never heard of that.
Night vision headlights, eh?
Well,
I don't get how that works.
Headlights?
I mean, surely lights. Yeah. I'll have to do some more reading into night vision headlights.
Yeah.
Utility belts. I mean,
builders have been using it for years.
That's it.
Hang your hammer off.
Features plenty of quick access compartments. The belt also stylish and goes with many types of clothes. You can buy an actual replica of that.
I mean, utility belt is a thing.
Yeah, it's an actual thing.
Like they took it from real life and put it in Batman.
Yeah, and just upgraded it for Batman.
Right, fireproof blanket, yeah.
Yeah. Batman's cape can do a number of different things, including protect him from fire. In real life, you can convert a fireproof blanket into your own bat cape and help.
These are the ones they should have put at the beginning.
Yeah.
And then had like grappling hooks at the end.
Yeah, definitely.
Like lights, a utility belt, and a fire blanket.
Yeah. Vehicle diagnostics.
Yeah.
Raging car chase. Batman must know the vital signs of his ride. During your boring work commute, you can figure out what's going on with the Delphi vehicle diagnostics tool. Discover problems before you're stranded on the highway with no grapple hook to escape. But you should have a grapple hook.
You can get a grapple hook.
Yeah.
But, however, personal vehicle diagnostics, fair enough. Garages have had them for years. Like mechanics have had them for years. Yeah.
But now you can carry them around in your car.
But yeah, you can get one Bluetooth one to connect to your phone.
Yeah.
Which is kind of cool, I suppose.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Wingsuits.
Yeah.
Obviously for flying through the sky. You shouldn't be jumping off rooftops. You can learn to glide in style with professional wingsuits. It's the next best thing to skydiving, and you have full control in a compact wingsuit. So that's with a fireproof blanket over the top of it.
That is cool. That is awesome. I'd love to have the guts to do something like that.
I would be too scared to do something like that. Far too scared. Bat cuffs. Apparently these are now a thing for kinky Batman fans. These really aren't any different from regular handcuffs, but they're better because they're bat-shaped. The historic design is complete with a bat-shaped key.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that.
Yeah. You can deal with those. I
mean, as a kid, you always had a set of plastic handcuffs.
Yeah,
didn't you?
yeah.
It came with a little blue gun with an orange tip on it.
Yes, because you weren't allowed to actually, buy guns that looked like real guns.
We did have once. We had a BB gun that looked like a real gun, and we were playing around a car park area, and I went out onto a main road. I think. Yeah, because we were playing we were chasing each other with BB guns, and I climbed through a fence because there was a hole in the fence, and climbed back through it, and then police came around about 10 minutes later and was like, "We've had reports. What have you got there?" So it's just a BB gun.
It's not real, honest.
Don't hang about in public with that, please.
No, probably not a good idea. Night vision spy camera watch.
That's too many things in one.
Keep track of suspicious activity with a stealth watch that no one will suspect is actually a night vision camera. Perfect for the dark and creepy crime-filled alleys in your town.
But you can't view the
footage unless you've got it linked to your Google Glass, I suppose, perhaps. I don't know.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say anything about Google Glass.
Or based on the car thing, has it just got a torch?
Maybe. That's what's night vision about it.
It's got
it lights up. Oh dear. Vehicle launch control. Turning a key to start your car is so 1995. Start your car and gain speed fast by installing a launch button. Much like cruise control, the launch button will rev the engine and increase your car's speed automatically.
That's kind of cool. I thought it was just going to be a starter, but it actually drives the car for you. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. And if it's a big red button, I'd like that.
A goo gun? I didn't know this was a Batman thing. One of Batman's rare gadgets is the goo gun. Much like Spider-Man's webbing, the goo gun can trap criminals and block out critters. Many forms of the goo gun has been created, including a marine weapon in the 1990s.
Yeah, I can see it being used in military.
Yeah,
but you can't buy that.
Again, unless you know someone in the Marines.
Yeah.
Perhaps. To kind of stick criminals to the ground.
Yeah.
I guess. So, it says 15 real life. We're going to go into something else now.
Yeah.
So, those are 15 gadgets for being Batman. You just need to know some people with some questionable ethics in the military.
Yeah.
To get them all.
That'll help.
And that is how to be Batman. So, for this week of Anywhere But Here, I've been Tom.
And I've been Batman.
Bye.